Alright guys, so I have part one working here. I'm going to go ahead and start on part two. In order to do that, I'm going to put in another following guide, another guide like this one. I made this one black. If you want to do that, you can. If you can't figure it out, ask and I'll gladly show you. So I'm going to start by putting in another, this one is going to be a round guide. Since I'm going to have it go round and round, I'm going to rotate ahead in a plane perpendicular to that. I'm going to have I need a round rod. It has to be able to spin in there. So I'm going to insert this into the current design, and then I'm just going to drag it up where I can get to it easy. Okay, now I want to put a hole for this in this. I don't want any more sketches than I have to. I'm going to go back and look at my sketches and take a look. I believe that this is my sketch, so I'm going to go ahead and just add it to this one also. I'm going to change this from sketch 2 to top fenestrations. That's my holes on the top, and I'm editing that. I'm going to put another circle that is on this center line, that way I'm directly above my shaft. It is 0.55 in diameter, and I'm going to space that one. The first one I kind of arbitrarily just kept it a little away from the edge, and I don't think I kept it far enough, but I'm going to make this 2.5. So that is, whoops. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and go from there to there. I want that to be 1 inch. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Let's see. See if that solved my problem. Yeah, it did. Got rid of that little bit of interference there. I could reset my cam if I wanted to make it look a little bit nicer with that. I'm going to go up here to relationships and go to joints, and let's see, is this perhaps the rigid joint? I'm going to edit this, see if that's, yeah, that's my one. So I'll true up the front view, and I'm going to slide that a tiny bit. That's 4, that's 4.5. I'm going to, if I zoom in, it'll give me a little bit I think that is the one. I can go a little bit more. I'm going to hit OK, and now, hey, I cleaned up that whole thing. Okay, so I just made that sketch, but now I want to punch it through as a hole, and I can't see it anymore because it's in the past. So I'm going to come up to sketches and turn on the eyeball. Now, capture position. I'm always capturing position now. I'm going to click this and this and drag it down. Oh, drag it down through the top, but not down through that shaft, and hit OK. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and turn that sketch back off. So now every time I want to cut a hole, because there's more holes to be cut as we go through part 3 and 4, just going to go up to that one sketch. So it keeps it from getting a whole bunch of stuff. You can see my timeline's kind of getting big down here, my history. Alright, so I'm going to put this in here. That's going to be a rigid. So joint, I'm going to go, that's rigid, yep. I'm going to choose just that top circle, and then the part that I want to kiss that is this circle right there. That's going to be the least amount of work. Double check it. It's in position that I wanted. It's rigid. I'm going to hit OK. All right. Now I'm going to go get me a follower. So I'm going to come over here. You guys will have downloaded this. I need to go get O-head roundy round. Put that in there. And I'm going to move this up so I got a good vision of this. I'm going to hit OK. Now this one is going to be a revolute in that. So this is a little easier to constrain. I'm going to close that, assemble, joint. I'm going to do a revolute joint. This is going to revolve. And then I'm going to choose that. Notice where the axis is, that's right in the middle. And then, yep, that. And then I'll move it down in a, whoop, move that down in and hit OK. It'll snap back. And now you'll see that this is free to revolve that way. All right, so what I'm actually going to drive this with now is bevel gears. So I'm going to come up and grab that which I downloaded, and I'm going to insert two of these in there. I'm going to insert into current design. I'll move that up, and then insert into current design, and move that one up and just over so I can easily put that in there. Hit OK. All right. I'm going to square that up to the front. Now, this one I want the teeth, the one that's attaching to this shaft will have the teeth facing down. So I'm going to go assemble, joint. Now I want to have a rigid joint to join this to the follower because I want that glued in there. I'm going to, for position, I'm going to choose the bottom of that circle, and then the bottom of that circle. If it went in upside down, not facing like that, remember there's a flip button, but that is actually how I want it to go, and it's flush at the bottom, so that's good. I'm going to hit OK. Now I want to put this one on here directly underneath that. So assemble, joint. I'm going to choose that, and then I need to come over here and I need to make sure that my plane is going the proper direction. Oop, there it is. Oop, there it is. Alright, let's slide this over and get in a nice position. That's a pretty good position. I'm going to hit OK. I'd like to drop this one down a little bit. I'll do that here by going back and editing that. So I'm going to go up to relationships, and that was this is the actually it's going to be the revolute joint that I'm going to edit. You're going to see why. I'm going to edit that joint, and I want that to extend down a little further, so I actually take that up a couple clicks. I'm going to hit OK and take a look at what that did. Ooh, it's got them meshing pretty good. It's got them meshing pretty good. Let's see, I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to bring it down, so I'm going to edit this one, the revolute joint, which is where I control that depth. I'm going to edit joint and slide, because I want the head to come down, I'm going to slide this up. Oop, that's too much. I want to go zoom in a little bit, and I'm guessing that's it. Let's take a look here. Nope, too far. I'm going to go back up one click. So I'm going to edit this one last time, and so pulling that down on there makes that is going to be satisfying. Yeah, that's good height. All right, now I'm going to go into this rigid one here. That is the last. I'm going to go and edit this joint and slide this one over to, ooh, that is lovely. All right, I'm going to hit OK, OK. Now, this is rigidly joined, so now I'm going to turn off some vision. So I'm going to turn off the box vision because I want to be able to see inside of this for this next part. So now I want, as this turns, this to turn. So that's going to be a motion link. So motion link, capture position. The joints that I want to be motion linked are this revolute joint here that's connected to that shaft and this revolute joint here. And then I want to look and, uh-oh, that's going backwards. They're not going in the proper direction. So I'm going to turn and make one of them negative. I'm going to flip it like that. Now they're going in the proper direction. All right. Now if I want to move these teeth in so they truly, if you look closely, you can see there's some interference of those teeth. The gears aren't meshing properly. I can work on that. I got a little, so I'm going to go back on there and I'm going to go to Motion Link and Edit Feature. And I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to go to this rigid one right here and come out to the side here and just go like that. Oops. I need to edit rigidate again here. I'm going to edit that, and I'm going to go ahead and slide that, hit OK, see if that lined it up better. Nope, going to do it again. Right click, edit joint, go one more, make sure it is indeed more. OK. Oop, almost there. One more time, rigidate, edit joint, go one more. All right. Yeah, I would fine tune it a little bit. But now, when I turn my box animation back on, this is motion linked. So I'm going to right click, hit animate joint relationships, and now as that spins, we can see that we have a cam driving a reciprocating motion, and then we have a rotary motion creating another rotary motion, but it's at 90 degrees. We do that using bevel gears to do that. So O-head roundy rounds going 90 degree, that plane of turn. So this will be part 2.